Alright, hello. I've been doing these tutorials for iOS development in Xcode 4.2, and all the tutorials I've done so far have been in Spanish because the people who've asked me about how to do a thing or something are in Mexico. I live in Mexico, so English is not my first language, so be gentle. Um, I got my first request today for a tutorial in English, so that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go ahead and do a very simple, very easy Hello World application. So let's just get our hands on it. We're gonna go ahead and open Xcode, and we're gonna have a new project file, new project, and it's gonna ask us what template we want to use. We're gonna use a single view application, and we're gonna name it Hello World. Click Next. It's gonna ask us where we want to save it. Just choose whatever. Oh, I already had it, so I'm gonna replace it. And it's just gonna ask you where you want to save it. So just choose the directory, and let's just get our hands on it. We're gonna click here on the main storyboard, and we're gonna use two objects for this demo. We're gonna use a label, and the way we do this is we click on it and then we drag it, and you can see these yellow lines, they're the guides, so you can use them to center your object's screen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stretch it. I'm gonna center it. I'm gonna delete the text, and I'm gonna set the background to gray so that we can distinguish it, because the background is also white. Now I'm gonna drag a round rect button. I'm gonna stretch it, and we're gonna use the second one, but I'm not gonna drag it. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy and paste the one we got on the screen, just to show you that you can do that as well. Next thing is we're gonna double click the button, and we're gonna type in show, and we're gonna double click the button down here, and we're gonna type hide. So that's it. That's all we gotta do here. And now we're gonna connect these three objects to the code. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide the navigator and the utilities, and I'm gonna click here on the assistant editor so that it divides the screen in two, and it's gonna show us here some of the code. So the file it opened automatically was the header file, which is the one we want to use first. So I'm holding down the control key, and then I'm gonna click on the label, and I'm gonna drag it. And it's gonna insert an outlet. So my label is gonna be display label. We're gonna do the same with the button. So I'm holding down control key and then clicking and dragging. This is gonna be my show button, and then the same for the hide. It's gonna be my hide button. So that's all we gotta do here in our header file. We're gonna go ahead and switch to our implementation file. And the first thing you can notice is that the Xcode has already inserted some of the code for us. It's synthesizing all the objects that we declared here as outlets. And it's also put a whole bunch of code here which we're not going to use today. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And now we're going to insert a couple of actions. One action is going to go to the show button, and the other one's going to go to the hide button. So we're going to do the same. I'm holding down the control key, clicking, and then dragging it in here. And it's going to insert an action. So the action, I'm going to call this show. Now I'm going to call this say hi. And then I'm going to control drag this here, and this is going to call dismiss. Alright, so we got a couple of actions. We just gotta tell these actions what they have to do. The actions are already connected to the buttons. If you drag your mouse over this little dots here, it's gonna show you the object that is connected to the action that you're holding your mouse on. So visually it's really cool. Okay, so this is the only code we're gonna write, and our label is called display label. So I'm gonna say display label dot text. So the text in my display label is gonna be, and this is what we used to define a string, an @ sign, a couple of I don't know what these symbols are called in English, I'm sorry. And okay, so we just copy this and we're gonna paste it down here. And up here we can write hello world, and down here we just leave it the way it is, and that's it. That's all we gotta do. We can run it now, and hopefully it won't take too long to build. Alright. So this is our application, and when we click on the show button, it shows us the text that we defined, and if we touch the hide button, it just disappears, dismisses it. So this was my first tutorial in English, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you'll start making your own applications really soon. And if you guys need anything, I'm not an expert programmer or anything. I'm actually learning myself, so I'm doing these videos as I'm learning it. But anyway, if you feel like I can help you guys with something, my Twitter account is @LuisEgarza, and so feel free to write me or something. And see you next time. Thank you for watching.